Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm Mitch from BD Audio, where we like to dyno amps down under. Today, I have a double banger for you. We're going to test two Hifonic amps. Now, I know the Brutus, they're a good amp. We've run one of these in a daily on my teammate's car, and we've had the 1000 mono one running for 12 months, wired at half ohm, no problems at all. This one, I'm not entirely sure of. However, the reason I'm showing you these two is apparent when I show you the inside. So we'll probably show you the gut shot before we get to the amp tests. That way we know exactly what we're talking about. But here on the left, we have your Hifonics ZRX 2400.1D. And this is the Zeus model. This was brought out in 2013 and 2014. Only 3 or 4 years earlier, you've got the Brutus Hifonics BRZ 1200.1D. The one on the right, the Brutus, is meant to do 1200 RMS at 1 ohm, 900 RMS at 2 ohm, and 450 RMS at 4 ohm. The Zeus on the left is meant to do 2400 RMS at 1 ohm, 1200 RMS at 2 ohm, and 650 RMS at 4 ohm. Now you might be wondering why I'm bringing these two amps. We're comparing a 1200 watt and a 2400 watt in two different models. I'm going to show you why. Here we go. And there we go. So off the first glance, yes, they look different. But if you closely look at caps down the center, signal board, caps down the center, from here on, they are almost identical, other than the fact of one big transformer in the 1200 and two smaller transformers. They have almost identical. They're maybe a little bit more squished. There's a lot more empty space in the Zeus than there is in the Brutus. They've managed to utilize the board a little bit better. Now you could say that this is maybe for cooling purposes or whatever, but essentially all the caps are identical sizes. They're all identical voltages, capacitance, everything on these boards. Now, I'm sure people will pull me up and say that there's a couple of things here and there that are different, but overall, the main difference is two transformers versus one transformer. But that's not only the common denominator between these two. There's also other things. Let me show you. So as I said, these amps are almost identical, even though the Zeus is 2400 RMS and the Brutus is 1200. You'll notice that other than a bit of colors, again, they are the same. You have both 4-gauge angled inputs. Okay, one case is black, one case is clear. You then have two 70 amp fuses. Again, dumb math says that that's about 1400 RMS. And then you have your speaker inputs, which are 8-gauge angled. Again, other than the color, black and clear, they are identical. Now, this might be a little hard to tell. They have a slight difference in amongst them. They do have their outputs mixed around. So this has output, input. This one has input, output. Then this one jumps straight into the dials. This one, however, has a balanced input. Then you have your level, your bass EQ, your bass remote, your subsonic, low pass, and your power and protect LED. The same thing goes over here. You have a level, you have a phase, bass remote, bass EQ, subsonic, and low pass. So they are a little different on this side, but overall, I think that they're pretty much the same amplifier. But you know what time it is, guys. We're going to strap these two amp up to the dyno, and we're going to test them together and see how they go. Remembering 2400 versus 12, but yet they look identical. Which one's going to be the winner? Let's find out.
Round 1, fight! death.
Well, there you go, guys. As you can see, numbers don't lie. They made basically the same power the whole way. They didn't actually make any very impressive power ratings. I was expecting to see a lot more power when wired to half ohm, but as you saw, one went into protect and one just didn't make any more power, unfortunately, or it actually made less power. So overall, you can see that essentially they are the same. There's a few differences here and there, but overall, they built the same amp. Within 3 years, they rated one at 1200, they rated one at 2400 within a 3 to 4 year span. I don't know why, but what can you tell by these companies? But just remember, guys, if you do like what we do on this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications. And as always, thanks for tuning in. This is Mitch from BD Audio, where we like to dyno amps down under. I'm tuning out. See ya!